Long time no talk. So what I'm wondering is, you were talking vibrationally about kind of what you're getting in life and such. And so right now I'm a little bit of a crossroads, so I just kind of want a different perspective on it and kind of see where I could go with things. After 4 or 5 years of not being in professional baseball, I just got hired again by the Cardinals. But I have obvious hesitation towards it. I took the job because I feel that that's something that you can't really pass up unless you have something solid staring at you in the face. And so that's something solid. I was trying to go back to school and start working on a program with kinesiology and biomechanics and really straighten some things out. And I'm caught in between professional baseball and the uncertainty and can you get a woman to want to take the ride with you and these kind of things between education.
How many women in this room would like to take the ride with him?
Very funny. Very funny. But you know what I mean. And having more of the stability in an education and creating a job or a business.
Oh, there's so much we want to say to you.
Yeah, you're telling me.
First of all, we want to say to you that you have for a long time been asking for this experience that has just queued up for you and come into fruition. And now, already, before you get both feet into it, you are now reaching into what comes beyond. In other words, how is it that so many of you have been trained to start looking for the next problem before you even bask a little in the last solution?
Is it that's what I'm asking? Is this a solution?
Hear this. We're going to say this in a way you're not expecting.
Okay.
We will never say to anyone, this manifestation that is just coming about for you is the end all to end all. It will satisfy everything you've ever asked for. It will satisfy everything that's in your vibrational escrow now, and it will satisfy everything that you ever put into your vibrational escrow forevermore.
Sure.
There is no such thing as that. If you say, am I going to have a good time? Yes. If you say, did this come in response to my aligned energy? Yes. If you say, will this be a satisfying experience? We say, that's up to you. In other words, you get to decide how far you keep reaching beyond what is. This is what you've been grappling with for a while, and a lot of people do. You are so fresh and new in this physical environment, and it has shown you so many possibilities, and you come with such powerful non-physical energy that is streaming downstream in such a powerful way. And you keep having this sensation that you should be able to get way downstream with a net and gather up all the good stuff and bring it all into your life right now and devour it all right now, almost in an attitude that if I don't go get it all now, it will get away from me. And we say, it won't get away from you. It will keep reappearing and reappearing and reappearing and reappearing because it's all there for the satisfaction of your experience and as the solution to your problems and the answers to your questions. Your ship won't come in and you miss it, or you won't take one ship and miss another one. In other words, you can take any ride you want, and in the middle of that ride, you can keep asking for more. Just start making lists of all of the things that you appreciate about this opportunity that has come and milk it for everything that it gives you. Okay. Yes, it will be long hours, and yes, there will be lots to do, and yes, there will be things missing in it that might be present in someplace else. Esther says to Jerry, as she stands in this magnificently beautiful new house, you made a big mistake because now I never want to leave here. You should have held out longer. But Jerry smiles and knows that 5 minutes after Esther is on the road, she'll be fully engulfed in the wonder of that new moment, and then the next, and then the next, and then the next. Mm-hmm. Life is here to serve you. Life is here to serve you. And all those things that are queuing up for you to play with are all coming in response to your vibration.
Okay.
So pat yourself on the back for your accomplishment and bask in the deliciousness of it as long as you can.
Uh-huh.
And understand that if something shows itself to you that you prefer, life can give you that too, and that too, and that too. You're calling your own shots. What you want to work on is not what's going on with your skills in baseball. What you want to work on is your attitude to feel good no matter what, no matter what, no matter what. Tell the story the way you want it to be. Mm-hmm. And we know, and this is what's worrying you. You've been there before, and you know that when you get engulfed in that there are so many dynamics going on that they suck your perspective, and it's like they almost demand your attention. Esther's lived a little bit of this last month. It feels like there's so much happening, it's hard to hold your stable position. But you can. You can hold your stable position. Just keep telling yourself that. I'm in charge here. I'm in charge of my life. I'm in charge of what comes. I'm in charge of how I feel. Well, we'll let you finish your question before we nail you.
Okay. Well, the basis is on, not repeating the past, which is I come back and now what do? Do I go to school? Do I try to, if they rehire me, do I go? Or I'm trying to get somewhere where I don't have to live month to month. I want to live 5 years in advance with the money, meaning I want money, and more money, so I don't have to worry about that.
Well, we want that for you too,
yeah.
But we don't want you to ask for the security that comes from physical promises from physical humans. We want your security to come to you. We want your awareness of your security to be, you know how the laws of the universe work, you know how to focus, and you know that this positive focus that you know how to offer will always bring you good things. Don't try to see so far down the road. Just see what is and look for the good things. Look down the road and look for the good things. Just don't demand that promises be made that give you the security. You see, This is the thing that makes the difference between someone who can stand where you are in an attitude of belief and trust. Some call it faith. Most don't like the word faith because faith feels like be happy even though you have no evidence of being happy. We want to acknowledge to you and you to acknowledge to yourself, you have much evidence that supports the power of positive thought.
Sure.
So just chill out. Don't try to figure it all out at once. Just pat yourself on the back more and feel more appreciation. And the mantra that we want you to offer over the next days is, I figure it out as I go. I figure it out as I go.
Okay.
I figure it out as I go. I figure it out as I go. I don't have to figure it out all today. I'm figuring it out as I go.
All right.
Look how well I'm doing. I figure it out as I go. The universe adores me. The universe is yielding to me. Good things are lined up for me. All good things coming to me. There's not a reason in the world for me to worry. When I worry, it's old patterns of thought that have nothing to do with my current reality or my current vibrational stance. You're doing extremely well.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I'm a family doctor. So I see lots of people, mostly they come in for various physical ailments. And obviously there's emotional times. They come in for depression, anxiety, and different things. But what I've seen is in society, with your emotional guidance system, it's very obvious. You can go from one end of the scale to the other, but people have learned to suppress many of those emotions to the extent that eventually they do start to form their physical manifestations of the different illnesses that they have. And is there something like a physical malady guidance also?
You mean?
Well, for example, people will have a minor headache, or other people have migraines, or someone gets a little bit of indigestion, but other people have irritable bowels and chronic abdominal pain.
Well, what you're reaching for is this. There are two factors that equal the feeling of alignment or the feeling of not alignment. And so let's take it past the feeling of joy to the feeling of vitality, or the feeling of depression to the feeling of a body breaking down in some way. The two factors are the desire that life has caused them to summon, therefore how fast their stream is moving. And the other factor is how well they are moving with or not with the stream. So the reason that you have a hard time nailing anything down and writing a book that says this emotion always means this, is because the degree to which the stream is moving and the degree to which you are not allowing the stream to move equals the intensity of whatever it is you are feeling. By the time something has moved into a physical symptom or indication, it means that someone has a desire that is going in one direction and a strong, steady habit of thought that is going in another direction. And so there is a consistent enough resistance to vibration that now the evidence of it is being indicated beyond emotion and with sensation or with the manifestation of something in the body. Mm-hmm. So now ask what it is you're reaching for.
Well, it's hard mostly when people come with an illness, it's more of a physical manifestation.
We know, and they're not coming to you for psychiatric analysis, and they really don't want to take the time to clean up their vibration. If they did, they would have cleaned it up long ago and you wouldn't be seeing them. And we know by the time they come to you, they have habits of thought that are perpetuating what they've got going on. But still, if you're looking for any lasting results with them, do you have the benefit of getting to see any of them for enough time that you get to know them? Mm-hmm. So as you're getting to know them and beginning to recognize some of their emotional patterns, you may begin to say to them, what is it that you are worried about is the best question relative to any illness. What's on your mind? And the thing that we want you to be able to tell them with certainty is that what's on their mind right now might be what's broken down on their body. But that's not what made their body break down. What made their body break down was something else that was chronically on their mind.
How soon will something physical show up to somebody as opposed to an emotional?
Well, again, that's a bit of a variable depending upon how fast the stream is moving. Here's a good way of explaining that. Sometimes people say, Abraham, is it normal for all hell to break loose in my life when I begin doing Abraham work? And we say, pretty much, because when you start defining more of the things that you want, your stream moves faster and faster and faster. And a faster moving stream does not tolerate contradictory energy as well as a slow moving stream. So that makes it a little bit difficult to answer that question precisely. But the answer to your question is, you feel quite a bit of negative emotion which you ignore before you get a physical symptom. And that's why it's a dilemma to you, because usually by the time someone makes their way to see you, they have some pretty strong habits of thought which are not going to be overcome immediately. But that is also why when you give them a well-known remedy and they believe in the remedy or they believe in you, then the remedy puts them in a more state of allowing than they've been relative to that particular symptom. So they can get recovery, but then they just turn right around and create something else because you've only soothed their belief relative to that disease. You haven't soothed their belief relative to whatever it was that caused it to begin with.
Oh, yeah. A headache becomes abdominal pain once they take the Tylenol.
So what you might say... Precisely. So what you might say to them is, this remedy is for your headache, but I don't have that kind of a remedy for the worry that you've got going on. The worry, you got to figure out. This method might soothe the indication of the worry, but you got to deal with the worry if you want any long-standing well-being. See, the medical profession and industry is not wrongfully taking advantage of the mass public. The mass public and its desire without alignment is what has caused the medical community to grow as it has. But just letting them know that there's more to it than the symptom and more to it than the medicine, that their thought is at the basis of it and that they can do something about that if they will try a little bit. And then one of the things that would really be helpful if you think you can get away with it without causing any concern from those who might be watching is is when you see improvement, say, oh, I can see your mood's really improved. And they say, what do you mean? Because your symptoms have subsided. Help them make the correlation between what they're getting and how they've been feeling.